Why have they done those electric scooters in town centres?
They're great.
Why have they mobilised smackheads and Chinese tourists to that? Like, what?
That's all that's on it, yeah.
That's why they've done it.
They're great. I use them all the time.
Fuck you, you don't.
We use them to get around town a lot. In the
No,
live
you
show,
don't.
During the live show, me and
Shut up.
I do. I've like been in the city centre and got one up to hot water.
they're so good.
Wow.
They look like shit. They do look like shit.
No, I've only ever
Aesthetically-
seen bell ends on them. No.
Aesthetically, they're unappealing, but
And
they're
some
quite
international tourists.
functional.
They're not bell ends.
If you need something to get done in town and you can't drive because it's ridiculous, it's £2. It's 2 minutes on that.
How does it work?
It's an app and you activate it and you pay by the minute.
Right.
It's 20 pence a minute.
You need a driving license to get on it as well.
Oh.
So activate your account, you need a driving license.
Jesus.
Honestly, they're so good. They need to be done
How do they
better.
charge? How do
Comes out of your bank.
No. I mean, the battery, how does it charge up?
Oh, wherever you dump your thing, there's a fella who goes around in a van, collects them all, and he charges them overnight and then puts them back the next morning.
Is that for real?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't
Got
know
a
you'd use them.
fan.
I've literally only ever seen fucking knobheads. Just like
Yeah, so you got to get knobheads.
herring up and down the pavement.
And they get turned off at like midnight to stop, obviously, drunk people getting on them.
And you're not allowed to go on the pavement in them, but I do sometimes.
Right. So I've only ever seen bell ends on pavements on them.
Yeah.
But then even on the road, you think people on the road like, good, I'm on the road. Like, that's not definitely that safe, is it?
You got a license plate and indicators and everything on them.
Yeah, but no helmet.
You're meant to, and you can get a free helmet if you ask them.
Yeah, but you look like a free helmet if you get the free helmet, don't you? Hello, I've come for the free helmet. And just some guy with loads of helmets going, you're the first one, mate. Good for you. You fucking nonce. There you go. Have 3.
When we go to town next, you're getting on one, and you'll love it.
Me and you'll do Titanic. You can do this at the front. And I'm like, woo.
Why am I not allowed my own scooter?
Because I'm worried about you.
Oh, thanks. I'll do it as long as you wear the free helmet. Can you imagine the fucking publicity? Is that Adam and Dan from the Have a Word podcast? Wearing the fucking free helmet.
We'll get Finn on one behind us with a boombox with near, far, wherever you are.
Why is everything so scouse today? Near, far, fucking dead far away. Or right in your fucking grill. Wherever you are.
We'd say grid, probably.
Grid.
Yeah.
I'll note that down.
How was your massage? You telling us the other day on the Patreon that you were going for a little massage.
There was no happy ending. The happy ending was the end. That's the happy ending. The fact that she stopped doing.
You come before she touched you?
No. When she stopped, I was like, thank you. And then she had to help me roll over, put her arm in front of her, and she had to help me up because she'd twatted my lower spine so much I couldn't get off the bed. So I got there. She's called Teresa. So if you fancy a sports massage in the Chester area, she was fucking great. Now, I've only ever had a Thai massage. I don't know what it was, but it was a bit grim. He did a job, but the whole setting was a bit like, what is this? And this lady, she's about 43, very attractive, and just got there and I was like, I've got a good feel about this. She sort of asked what was wrong. I was like, my shoulders are tight. My daughter hung off my back. And when we went to London to do the live show, I was like in spasm. It was so pathetic. Finn had to carry my bags. And then during the sound check, the adrenaline hadn't kicked in and we were doing the sound check and he was making me laugh and I was like, it was bad. And she sort of identified all of that. And then this is how I know she was quite professional. I don't really like getting my man tits out in front of people. Like I feel quite self-conscious. But you know, you get to somewhere and you're like, this is what they do and this is what this is for. And she was like, okay, so you're just going to go down to your shorts. And it was weird because she's an attractive lady. She's like in her early 40s and whatever. She's from the Czech Republic. But you're just like, yeah, this is, it's weird.
Whoa. Teresa from the Czech Republic.
Teresa, spelt with a Z.
Oh, wow.
Right.
That's sexy as fuck. That takes it from literally like your ma's ugliest mate to like some absolute fit European.
She wasn't wearing shoes. She was only about 5'1", 5'2". I was like, are you going to be able to do this? Yes. So you lie down and she started at the top and she was like, okay, so what we do is we go to 1 to 10. if 10 is too much pain, and 1 is obviously no pain, you let me know where you are and where you want me to stop. If you say 8, I will reduce, okay? She was like, I went for a sports massage. She started at 12. I was like, please don't start at 12. Genuinely looked at her going, I don't think you're going to be able, are you definitely going to be able to do this? No shoes on, you know? It's just, don't know. I was like, this will be fine. Within 10 minutes.
Massage shoes? Like footy boots?
No, I don't know. Like
grip, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's like how she does it. Anyway, she started, and it was like at points, because we were doing that. I didn't know you were going to do this. It wasn't the whole massage, but whenever she applied pressure, I had to say what number we were on. And it was like I had like Tourette's and I was trying to give a girl my phone number in a bar. I was like, 7, 8, 5, 4, 3, 8. It's just mental. And I saw her go and she was like, okay, I'm using my elbow now. It's like, hey. And it's not even like, you're not in pain, but you are. It was like a pleasure pain thing where you know it's doing you good.
Yeah.
And
when someone punches you in the nose when they're sucking you off.
It's just like that. As I was getting it done, I was like, I love being punched in the nose when someone's sucking me off.
What?
Yeah, with
a bit overhand.
Have you ever been sucked off by Mr. Tickle from the Mr. Men series?
Look, we've all got fantasies.
Would you really like to be punched in the face while you're being noshed off?
I was doing a joke.
All right.
You said pleasure and pain, so I reduced that to both the 2 examples of like one of each. Pleasure, getting sucked off, pain, being punched in the nose.
I like my comedy to be believable. Okay.
Did she climb on? Did she?
No, I don't think so. Oh. But have you ever had your glutes done? Mate, you'd love it, I think. If you played sport, she was like, do you do sport? I was like, I sit down and talk to some bell ends, quite like a high standard of that, but no. She was like, you jog? I went, I went for a 20-minute jog in May and then like walked home. I'm not a sportsman, so I think she had to gear it. But the glutes was interesting because it's basically, I just had a small woman twatting my arse. Like it really, it's just like, and it fucking, I felt like bad afterwards, but now it feels better. So I'm into it. What?
Did she slip it, did you?
Did she finger me?
Yeah.
No, I'd have led with that. You know when you were like,
how? Oh, yeah, sorry.
God, yeah. Do you know what? Even though it was a very professional sports and remedial massage, forgot to say, she did finger my arse just at the end of it. What's also fun is I recommended the podcast to her, so I hope you're watching, Teresa. This is what we do. Because she got this, she went, this is so funny because she's obviously from the Czech Republic, has worked really hard. Her and her husband live in Chester now.
Oh, she's married.
And, yeah. And she was like, so what do you do for a job? She gets to know you. And I was like, oh, I'm a comedian. She went, in your personal life? I went, yeah, but also as a job. She went, for money? I was like, yeah, I'm a comedian and I do a podcast. She was like, I like podcasts. I listen to Joe Rogan. I was like, well, let me ruin your day. Have a word pod. She literally got it up. So she may well be watching it. I recommend her. If you just Google her, Teresa with a Z.
I'd love to see you try to explain what we do to her. No, it's because he's a priest and he's Scouse and he doesn't care. You don't get it? Priests normally have something to say about these things. He's not bothered.
Dan, did you get excited?
I can't explain to you enough how not.
All right.
Like it's just not like that. Like it really, like as soon as you start and you're like, oh, this, you could tell it was doing good.
I know exactly what you mean because I was worried about that when I went with my ex-girlfriend for a couples Thai massage in Edinburgh. I was like, ugh, I hope I don't get like an obvious boner. Because it's not like you can, like when you get a boner in public and you just tuck it into like the waistband of your pants.
Yeah, and then jizz in your belly button.
Yeah. Right. You know when you do that, you can't really do that in the massage place. Because you've only got like shorts on and it'd be very obvious you're tucking your dick away and then also your fore's going to be poking out like a little anteater's nose.
Thanks for the full description. Right. You got it? Everyone got it? Yeah, you got it.
So I was worried. I was like, I'm going to be in a room with me girlfriend and 2 Thai ladies. And what if I just get a
You're going to be James Bond in your head.
I was like, what if I get a big rage and stonk on? And then what if she's like, oh, let's have an orgy? I'd be like, ugh. Right?
Oh, God, this wasn't in the pamphlet.
But I was like, I hope that doesn't happen. And I was reassured quite quickly because she just beat the shit out of me until she fell off the table.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, there's a little bed and there's like relaxing oils and everything, and you'd be forgiven for going, oh, this could be. It's just so not that
It's a fight.
at all.
It's an MMA bout.
Where you're just out.
You're going 4 rounds with George St. Pierre.
Did you find it relaxing? Because I was like, I thought I'd be a bit tense, like, oh, this is cringy. The only real tension I felt was at one point where she was like, okay, let me know if this is uncomfortable. Try and breathe through it. I was like, I do want to breathe through it, but there is a chance I'm going to fart, especially when she was doing my glutes. I was like, I'm just a bit tense because I don't want to fart. And she went, okay, if you're going to do that, just warn me. Which is... So she's not like, oh, for fuck's sake, I need to go back to Czech Republic.
So this is one of the advantages of IBS, I suppose, is before I'm going into any small room, I try and have a little fart before I go in. Like when you're going out as a kid, and your mum's like, have you been for a wee? I have to do that with myself as an adult. I'm like, have you been for a fart? I do a little fart, and then I'm free for an hour or so.
Before you go in any small room.
Yeah.
Right. You don't do that in here.
What?
So you don't do that for care.
We're here for hours, aren't we?
Right.
You don't have a 6-hour massage.
You've stopped farting a lot though in here. You've been. I don't know if the pandemic.
I think I've changed my diet.
Have you?
No.
No.
I don't know what's happened, but I'm farting less.